Okay, welcome to this video. We're going to talk about alternate nostril breathing and its benefits. So first off, there are two different names for alternate nostril breathing, or two different exercises. The first one is Nadi Shodhana, and that's alternate nostril breathing without breath retention. And the second exercise is Anuloma Viloma, which is alternate nostril breathing with breath retention. So while they're very similar, they're somewhat different in the way that they are practiced. They also achieve the same benefit overall, which is balancing the left and right hemispheres of the brain. But Anuloma Viloma, since it has breath retention, also helps with lung elasticity and building that lung strength. So as you can see, this fella here is using Vishnu Mudra, which is the mudra of the right hand, to practice this exercise. You don't have to use Vishnu Mudra. You can use just an L with your fingers, so your thumb being one part of the L and your pointer finger being the other. So we begin Anuloma Viloma, or Nadi Shodhana, in Sukhasana, which is easy seated pose. And with your left hand, you're going to create Chin Mudra. This is Chin Mudra. And your right hand, Vishnu Mudra. And like I said, this fellow here is using Vishnu Mudra. This cartoon yogi is in Sukhasana pose. So remember, as you sit in Sukhasana, you want to make sure that you find mountain pose using your sits bones as a replacement for your feet. You still want to engage your core, pull your shoulder blades down and back, and slightly tuck your chin to give yourself a strong posture to practice. So using the thumb of your right hand, you're always going to begin breathing through the left nostril. So we're going to start by gingerly closing off the right nostril with with the thumb of your right hand. As you inhale through the left nostril, you'll plug off that right nostril gently. And then you're going to switch. Close off your left nostril with the ring finger or the pointer finger and exhale on the right. And then you'll reverse. You always begin on the left and end on the left. And this is an example of Vishnu Mudra here. It's a cartoon picture, but it gives you an idea. For alternate nostril breathing, you're going to want to do it for quite a bit, maybe 2 to 3 minutes when you first start. And you always want to remember the principles of the 3-part breath. So while you're doing another exercise, you're still remembering that we inhale and expand the belly, then expand the lungs and the ribs, and then the chest, and then reverse that as you contract those parts of the abdomen. You can use a 4 to 16 to 8 count ratio in Anuloma Viloma. So this 4 to 16, 8 is a 4 count inhale, a 16 count breath retention, and an 8 count exhale, which I state right here. And that's if you're practicing Anuloma Viloma. If you're not practicing Anuloma Viloma and you're going to do Nadi Shodhana, then a 4 count inhale and an 8 count exhale will be just fine. You'll probably begin to discover that your exhales are more satisfying if they're longer than your inhales. So if breath retention bothers you, just practice Nadi Shodhana. Some people may start to feel panicky, especially if you've had a traumatic experience and you've been in a situation where you couldn't breathe, or you felt like your breathing was impaired or being oppressed, then perhaps that is not for you. The benefits of the practice: it balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain. It engages your parasympathetic nervous system. It brings balance or equanimity to the mind, body, and emotions, and it may help lower your blood pressure. So these are your benefits of these exercises, and I hope this is helpful. If you want to see a tutorial on how to do alternate nostril breathing, there is one on my YouTube channel.